All about Water Saint skill. Let's start with Priest skill. So first one is Lightning Hands. Lightning Hands summon a lightning relic that strikes nearby enemies with lightning. The attribute for Water Element Saint is Agility, so you have to raise your agility. Let's try it out. Lightning Hands is very useful for Saint. You can say this is the only relic that is giving damage for duration of 11 seconds with shortest cooldown, which is just 15 seconds. And I personally fond of it, it's so pretty. Next we have Healing Hands. This relic is for healing you and your teammate, but it's AoE skill. So place this near your teammate for efficiency. So this relic will last 11 seconds and will heal equal to 180% of their attack and elemental attack. Cooldown 30 seconds. Move on to Curing Hands. I'm not skipping Charging Hands, but I will introduce all the relics first. Curing Hands will dispel any status ailments from your teammates near the relic AoE. This relic also increases movement speed by 20%. When you summon it, you gain 1 second immunity. 1 second immunity shield can be seen here while summoning the relic. Relic lasts for 8 seconds and cooldown is 30 seconds. I suggest you bring this when there for the stage play that need dispel or movement speed, and if you are going full buff Saint. Gripping Hands is a bonding relic. This will periodically bind enemies near relic for 2 seconds, plus increase their damage taken by 10%. Gripping Hands last for 8 seconds and cooldown is 35 seconds. I find this useful for PvP or PvE. Last but not least relic is Miracle Hands. This is the ultimate of Saint. This relic can dispel ailments within its AoE and reduce damage taken by 30%. Last for 8.5 seconds and cooldown is 60 seconds. Miracle Hands is a must for doing dungeons, especially those with painful mitigation. You will need to summon this around 4 seconds of the mitigation countdown. As you can see, the summoning of the relic takes time, so remember to adjust your timing for summoning this skill. After all the relics are mentioned, now we have the Charging Hands. Charging Hands is a powerful thunderbolts that will strike each relic that you have summoned on the battlefield. This skill can be stacked to 3, with cooldown just 7 seconds. This is a must-use skill if you are going for some damage instead of just buff. The reason why I bring this up after the relics is because the best way to use this skill is after you have summoned the relics. The more relics the better the damage will be. I will show you. The one I show is full relics with Charging Hands. I know this is hard to practice, since you might need to bring heal or shield skills. But this is just a demonstration for how to use Charging Hands. For the Saint skill, Water Saint has 2 skills. First is Rite of Divine Light, then second one is Element Ripple. Rite of Divine Light is a heal skill, can be stacked to 5, and this skill will heal 1 player at a time and will go to the weakest members. If no target is chosen, it will also dispel ailments for nearby teammates. This heal is convenient because the cooldown and charge interval is 12 seconds, which is considered fast. Last skill we have Element Ripple. This will grant shield for the weakest or chosen teammate. The skill can be stacked to 3. Also grant yourself super armor for a short period and knock back the enemies around you. This skill can still be used when inflicted with knockback or stiffness. With the cooldown of 20 seconds, very useful skill for Water Saint both in PvP and PvE. For the buff, there is Wisdom Blessing, which increases 30% damage to all allies that within 20 meters, lasts for 15 seconds and cooldown is 60 seconds. Second, we have Miraculous Light, Wisdom, which increases damage dealt by 10% only for the caster. And it will last for 120 seconds, with cooldown 5 seconds. Last, but not least, we have Heal on the Saint buff skill. This buff will restore the lowest health teammate if not chosen. Max healing is 20%. For full buff Saint, the skill I recommend. For more damage Saint, the skill I recommend. For buff I recommend. Thank you for watching.